I'm Sean Zero from the Action Network, here to get you set with my favorite bets for Tuesday, September 19th. Let's start off with the match between the New York Mets and the Miami Marlins, a key matchup for the Marlins as they compete for the National League wild card. And I'm going to take the over in this matchup, projected this total closer to 8.5. You could bet over 8 up to -110. Both of these offenses have been really good against left-handed pitching, particularly in September, both in the top 8. The Mets 5th in WRC plus, 37% better than the major league average. The Marlins 8th, about 25% better than the MLB average. The Marlins also been an above average offense against left-handed pitching all year, and that has been their superior offensive split. Joey Lucchesi, even though he throws that combination curveball, changeup does have relatively normal splits throughout his career, is more effective against lefties than righties. And both Braxton Garrett and Joey Lucchesi, late in the season, their pitch modeling metrics are sort of trending closer to the downside of their profiles, about a 5 mark for Lucchesi and a 4.5 mark for Braxton Garrett. So like the over in this matchup between the Mets and the Marlins, again, would bet it to 8 at -110. In terms of a side, my favorite bet for Tuesday's slate is the Houston Astros, and you can bet them up to about -150 or parlay them in a small piece up to about -155. But I also prefer their first 5 money line up to about -160 here. View Hunter Brown as the better starting pitcher than Kyle Gibson. Now, I've downgraded both pitchers relative to where I had both of them earlier in the season, and I think Gibson later in his 30s, pitching a lot of innings on the season, being an innings eater throughout his career, fairly evident that his numbers are just tailing off as we get down the stretch run here. Hunter Brown, much more diverse arsenal, but also seemingly wearing down with a lot of innings under his belt this season too, but has a much more diverse arsenal, much more looks he can offer to the Orioles hitters, and a much higher ceiling in terms of an overall profile, where Gibson, very high OPS against these Astros hitters throughout his career, around 777. Also, just a substantial sample on him, and we very much know that he is a one-pitch guy, has a plus slider, and that is basically it. So the Astros are able to focus on that pitch, develop a plate approach to work against him. I think they should be able to get to Gibson with relative ease, but the key part of this matchup is the bullpen differential tonight. The Orioles have gone all in with their bullpen usage. Brandon Hyde been excellent this season, but in the past 2 days, they've really had to stretch that bullpen out, beating the Rays in extra innings, coming back to beat the Astros last night, and 4 of their key relievers, including Yennier Cano, Fujinami, Cionel Perez, all worked back-to-back days, and all will likely be unavailable tonight. There's a chance that one of them pitches tonight, but I would say it is far more than unlikely. The Astros, Rafael Montero has pitched 3 out of the past 4 days, but beyond him, should have a fully rested bullpen for tonight. So I like the Houston Astros here, as I said, in both halves, up to about -160 for the first 5 innings and -150 for the full game. But you could probably go a little bit further on those price targets, considering the way I analyze the matchup. So favorite bets for Tuesday, the Astros in both halves and the New York Mets over 8, along with the Miami Marlins. Best of luck today.